years. I did 22 years. Your first officer, Matt, today, he's at about 14 or 13. He's a young pup.
We're sorry.
Where's all the Army guys? Where's all the Army guys?
Oh,
My son just got out of the Army last week. I'm so happy to have him home. How many Marines?
Yo! Jarhead!
So if I need the airplane pushed, I got you guys to help me. What else? Any Coast Guard?
Coast
Guard? All right. Hey, I want to thank all you guys for coming. It's a true honor for us to do this for you guys today. Have a great day. I'm watching, and the weather up there is fantastic.
I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing. But now as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way, no, no, not me, I did it my way. For what is a man, what has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my.
Our sailors and the public are here to salute all you. Eyes right. And then we're going to tell you about our first on-a-flight surprise of the day. For those of you that have never traveled in a motorcade in your life, you are in for a real thrill. All right, we have two paramedics that are traveling with us today.
Drivers may need them later.
Two paramedics traveling with us on our bus today and with us for the entire duration of our trip. That's Ben Clark and Michael Davison. So I want to thank them for volunteering today. They're going to keep eyeballs on all of you. Who all of you are. I know that we have those that have served in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marine Corps, and the Coast Guards on board. From our group, 6 of you served in World War II. 11 of you have served in Korea or Cold War era. And 7 of you have served in Vietnam. You're all personal heroes of mine. Please give yourselves a hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I am Staff Sergeant Privet of the 3rd Infantry Regiment, United States Army, Guard of Honor, Terror of the Unknown Soldier. The ceremony that you are about to witness is the changing of the guard. In keeping with the dignity of this ceremony, it is requested that everyone remain silent and standing. Thank you. Right shoulder up. Post. Right. Pace. Good. Halt.
May I have your attention, please? The ceremony that you're about to witness is an Army wreath-laying ceremony to be conducted by Challenger Middle School. It is requested that everyone remain silent and standing during this ceremony.
To the boots on the ground, we know why. We stand together on freedom's right. Brothers and sisters, you can never divide. Like Billy Mitchell, we'll be standing tall. Wherever the fight, we will answer the call. 'Cause I'm an American airman. We'll fight for freedom. America, land of the free. It's only that way, 'cause yeah, we're made.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
To the end of the
We'll be there.
This is Jim Walters. I served almost 3 years in the Army. We got a 24-foot steel boat with twin 50s on the back. And you get to patrol the Saigon River with it. I said, patrol? They'll all get out of my way. They did award me the Bronze Star over there for meritorious service because I was performing at a level way above my head. I thought it was anyway. Colonel got up and said, look, we got this policy. If somebody's standing there aiming a rifle at you and you got yours on them, you can't fire till you get permission. I said, excuse me? I said, you court-martial me right now if you want. But I said, if they're standing there with a rifle on me and I got one on them, I guarantee you they're going down and I'm walking away. And that was the last thing I ever heard from that colonel.
My name is Richard Kitchen. I served in the United States Navy on submarines from 1968 to 1989. I visited Washington, D.C. with my kids back in 78, and none of this was here. This is awe-inspiring, what they have put up. This is so much a part of my father's legacy. He's a World War II vet that was badly injured at the Battle of the Bulge. And just to come up here and see that memorial is just, I don't know what to say. I really love honor flights for giving me the opportunity to come up here and visit all these and see what we mean to this country and hopefully what the country means to us. Thank you.
So my name is Elizabeth Valentine, and I'm a first-time guardian from Central Florida. And Richard is my veteran, and I am also a veteran of the Air Force. I served 22 years, retired 5 years ago, and my husband is as well, did 20 years, so a combined service of over 40 years.
Slavin. I'm from Orlando, Florida, and my age is 82. I was in Korea. I celebrated my 18th birthday. I was a radar operator. I was stationed near Suwon.
Hello, how you doing? I'm Randy Style, also from Orlando, Florida, and happy to help out and be a guardian here to Mickey.
My name is Ed Wood. I'm from Orlando, Florida, and we're really honored to be here. I joined the Navy at age of 17 and was assigned eventually to the submarine service, although I was on the submarine tender Holland, and we went to Guam and Tokyo over the Western Pacific. And I forgot this is my daughter, Vicki Lyons. She's responsible for me being here. I served from 1940, the early part of 44, up until the middle of 46. I was radio operator. I am 92.
Good afternoon. My name is Eric Phelan. I served in the Army in South Vietnam in the 1967-69 time frame. So I've had a great day, and I hope this has left a great impression on my grandson, Jordan Ashby, and he's just been a great young man to be around today. I had a Purple Heart or two or so, and somehow or another I managed to get a Bronze Star. I'm not exactly sure what I did that merited a Bronze Star, but I did get one, so that was my service. So, and that's pretty much yeah.
Chris Miliotis, and I'm 91 years old. I'm humbled to speak because I'm with a lot of people who saw a lot of heavy action. I did not see that, but I love being with these people And my service, I trained with tanks which happened to blow out my ears with the 7th Cav, but following that, they transferred us to the 24th Infantry Division, and I was fortunate enough to serve as one of MacArthur's honor guards at the Daiichi building in Tokyo. And when we weren't doing that, we were watching over the Emperor's Palace at his gate.
Who's your guardian today?
My guardian is Dan. Thank you.
I'm a soldier as well. I've served for 25 years, and I've done Iraq and Afghanistan as well as the Gulf War. And it has been a very humbling experience to be here with these true American heroes. And I can't say enough about this group of guys and gals that it's been a lot of fun, and definitely a day that you'll never ever forget. If you get a chance to ever be a guardian, highly recommend it.
Well, I'm 92. I'm 92 also. I'm 92. I'll be 93 in 2 months. My name is Bill Murray, and I was born in 1926 on a little farm in Pennsylvania. I worked on a carrier, aircraft carrier, CVE 107, USS Gilbert Islands. I worked on a 22 millimeter twin gun. We had when we shot at the planes, we could see every fourth one was a tracer, so we could see right where it went. So we could follow the tracer. We could just move it one side or up or down, but you get close enough to the plane so we shoot her down.
Right there in front of you.
Otherwise, I didn't do anything. Just kept me out of trouble.
Yeah, my name is John Martin. I was in the Air Force from 62 to 66 to Vietnam. I was in Vietnam probably more than guys that were permanently stationed there. I was poisoned with Agent Orange because we were sending stockpiles. We had stockpile that, and this stuff was so powerful, it would eat right through the canisters and explode on you. And that's what's caused most of my problems with my heart, my bypasses, and things like that.
I'm Blake Patton. I'm a specialist. I'm still in. Just hit 4 years as a military intelligence analyst. I'm stationed currently at Fort Gillem, Georgia.
My name is Gil Vogler. I'm 76 years old, served in the Marine Corps, 3rd Infantry Battalion, 2nd Marine Division. Served in between Korea and Vietnam, so I was very fortunate.
Go ahead. My name is Charles Rahn, R-A-H-N. I'm from Orlando, Florida. I was born in Gainesville, Florida. I went in the Navy in 1963. Upon advice of my relative and some friends, went into the submarine service. I went in weighing 135. 3 years later, I came out weighing 195. I was a navigator on a submarine, and I made E5 in that period of time. First the harder, H-A-R-D-E-R, SS-568. Later on, I was on the ODAX, the SS-484.
My name is Michael Sikora. I'm from Vero Beach, Florida. I was joined the Navy 1950 to 52. I served in the Korean War, but not in Korea. I was stationed in the British West Indies. I'm 89 years old. There's my daughter here, Darlene Sikora.
Okay, I'm Howard Kenny. I'm from St. Augustine, Florida. I was in the Air Force for 22 years. This is my son, Howard. He was with me most of the 22 years that I was bouncing around the airport growing up. I spent a year in Benoit in Vietnam, and 3 years in Alaska, and 3 years in Germany, so I had a good career, enjoyed all of it, and I thank Honor Flight Central Florida for a wonderful day today. Thank you so much.
Eddie doesn't love driving buses half as much as he loves taking folks on Honor Flight.
There is a difference on it. There is a difference.
Yes, there is.
One of the things we learned very early on is that while you guys were serving overseas, you didn't have cell phones, you didn't have faxes, you didn't have telegraphs.
So your mail call, letters from home were extremely important. So today, just for you, we have your very own Stars and Stripes Honor Flight mail call.
We contact the veteran's family unbeknownst to the veteran. So they send us the mail. They get a hold of neighbors and loved ones, and then we hand it out in mail call.
There you are, sir.
We appreciate what you did for us. If it wouldn't be for men like you, we wouldn't be a free country. And I think that's sweet. How old are they?
Juniors and seniors in high school.
Beautiful, just beautiful. It makes me feel good all over.
For my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, and for my daughters and sons.
I'm a proud man who was raised by a good man.
My great-grandchildren, boys and girls.
I had a veteran, and he said,
if we look to the answer as to why for so many years we achieved so much, prospered as no other people on earth, it was because here in this land we unleashed the energy and individual genius of man to a greater extent than has ever been done before. Freedom and the dignity of the individual have been more available and assured here than in any other place on earth. The price for this freedom at times has been high, but we have never been unwilling to pay that price. Those who say that we're in a time when there are no heroes, they just don't know where to look. The sloping hills of Arlington National Cemetery, with its row upon row of simple white markers bearing crosses or stars of David, they add up to only a tiny fraction of the price that has been paid for our freedom. Each one of those markers is a monument to the kind of hero I spoke of earlier. Their lives ended in places called Belleau Wood, the Argonne, Omaha Beach, Salerno, and halfway around the world on Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Pork Chop Hill, the Chosin Reservoir, and in 100 rice paddies and jungles of a place called Vietnam. As for the enemies of freedom, those who are potential adversaries, they will be reminded that peace is the highest aspiration of the American people. We will negotiate for it, sacrifice for it. We will not surrender for it now or ever. We are Americans.